Okay. So good morning, guys, and online students, uh, online people. I'm audible. So online students, I'm audible. Okay, right, guys. So now, in the last session, we started. Okay, some information about your Oracle was taken out. Okay, right. So yesterday we started the small introduction part about your what we can say Oracle, and we said what is Oracle means. Simply we said so it is a database software, or else RDBMS, or else it is called as backend tool. Also we can say it here. Okay. So now, and the main intention of your database is storing some information, and along with storage, we have some security. So these are the main, the intention and purpose of your databases. And later we said, in this Oracle, there are so many versions are there, and for every version, they have some features, and what kind of features are there. Let me check out all once. I will show you, but already I discussed with you guys, but some newcomers are there in this batch. So for that people purpose, so I'm showing again what kind of the versions, and each version, what kind of features are there, what are those. Once we have to list out all the things. Okay, right. So these are the complete versions, guys. Here, the last people. Is it okay for you? Okay, right. So now in this case, observe the version and version futures. Okay, and now the first version we said 1979. Okay, and the version name is called as Oracle 1.0. So this is year when it was introduced here, and the version name and what kind of features are introduced in this version. So first version I said 1979. So 1979, the version 1.0, and this is not public release. So that means internally Oracle Corporation people was using this software, okay, in their organization, okay, na? But not in out of the market. Okay. So now 1980s, the Oracle 2.0, and this is my first public release Okay, so out of the organization, the people was using in the market. And when this was introducing, okay, they was introducing basic SQL functionalities like DDL queries, DML queries, DQL, DCL, so TCL. So these language commands they introduced along with this Oracle 2.0. And later 1982, the Oracle 3.0, and this is your first portable database. And portable means what now? The moving. So from one location to another location, so we can move it to your database servers. Okay, so that kind of version was 3.0. And 1984, the Oracle 4.0. So in this version, the used here introduced here read consistency methods. That means how to read the data with a consistency manner from your database servers. Okay, so that kind of the facilities was there here. And later 1986 Oracle 5.0 and introducing client server architecture. Okay, this is your first version which was integrated with your client application, and client application to server application integrations are happening in this version. And this is client server architecture was the new concept which was introduced into 5.0. And in the same pattern, in the 1988, Oracle 6.0 we call, and here introduced what now? PL SQl. So that means from 1.0 to the 5.0, there is no PL SQl language. So we have only one language, that is SQL. Okay, and 6.0, they introduced here the PL SQl language and procedural language, which is extension of your structure query language. So how you can say, guys, C and C++. Can I say C++ is an extension of C? So we are learning like that. Yes or no? C++ is a extension of C language. So how we can say that here also PL SQl is extension of your SQL. So in SQL, completely query related operations we can do it, but whereas come to PL SQl is completely programming levels. Okay, now right. And later in 1992, so the version 7.0. So in this version, there are so many advanced features are introduced by Oracle Corporation people. That was integrity constants they introduced here. So integrity constants like data validations, how to do data validations, and later varchar data type 2. Okay, varchar 2 data type, varchar 2 data type. Actually, the varchar and varchar 2, the differences what's means that the varchar is called as it is a ANSI people data type. That means American National Standard Institution people, they was introduced this data type. And this data type maximum all companies, they are going to be using in their database development. Okay, that means simply we can say nowadays we are saying like this third party tools. Are you saying or not? So third party tools, third party means other person. Okay, the client and company and other person. So other person tools we are using. Okay, so that is called a third party tools. We are taking support from others. So, but later on in 7.0 version, Oracle Corporation people, what they did here, they introduced their own data type here. That means their own product. So I don't want to depend on third party. I was created my own product, and that product I want to use it. So that's why, so they introduced varchar 2 in 7.0. So that means from 7.0 onwards, there is no varchar data type in your Oracle. Okay, now, so they have their own data type varchar 2 that was implemented in your Oracle from 7.0 version. Okay, so that means up to 6.0 only you have a varchar data type, but 7.0 onwards, in place of varchar, the people are using what now? Varchar 2. Okay, still, even if you try to use varchar, but it doesn't accepted by your Oracle. Okay, so now we are using varchar 2. Okay, and this is called as it's a Oracle own product, Oracle own data type. It was designed. Okay, so now, and later some differences are there. In coming classes, you can understand what is the differences in this too. And next one is called as a stored procedures. Is one of the major topic in real-time industries. For example, when you want to develop either database people or else Java students or any front-end, .NET, Java, okay. So these guys also, mostly when they're working in a real-time companies, and especially when you develop your projects, Okay, most of the people are using what now? Stored procedures. Is one of the very important topic for the Java students as well as backend students also. Okay, now, and after that, functions are there. Okay, along with functions, we have one more topic, triggers. Triggers also very important topic for you guys. Okay, when you want to development area, so how to give restrictions, security, condition validations, and alerts. Nowadays, can you see? We are getting some alerts to our mobile. Yes or no? Yes. Sometime, for example, if anybody unauthorized people they was accessing my banking account, or when you enter some wrong pin number, if you enter wrong pin number, immediately the message will come to that customer. Yes or no? So how the message will come to you means someone is accessing your account. If you are that, no problem. If none of you, so you can go to check it once. So this kind of alert messages are coming to customers. But how that message is coming to customers means by the using of what now? Triggers. By the help of triggers, we can raise that kind of messages to your customer. Okay, so that is also very important topic for you guys. Okay, and that all we are discussing in our session. And later 1997 Oracle 8.0 is the next version, and in this they introducing object oriented features as well as table partitions and instead of triggers. Okay, so object oriented features, what is that? That means that they introduced here like function overloading, method overloading, so those kind of things, and the binding of variables together. Okay, function and class, how you binding together in your front end side. Okay, in the back end side also, how to binding our variables, our functions, our methods, our procedures, how to binding together in one particular application. So that kind of things will be do it by the using of what now? Object oriented. And table partitions, it is also very used and regularly the people are using in real-time companies. Why? Because when your table was having the more data, that means big data when you store in your table, so from that big data, your necessary data when you want to read, so it's a lot of time consuming process to checking entire the table. So instead of doing to check entire the table, what the programmer will do means they will go to divide it into partitions. So when they divide it into partitions, what is the advantage the programmer when they want to read some particular rows data or particular data from your table, so I can directly go and read the data. So instead of searching entire the table, a particular area you want to search and take your data. So nowadays you can see the partitions like supermarkets are there. If you go to any Reliance Fresh, yes or no? So D-Marts, if you go that, so now you know that every product will be separations are there. Anybody checked out? Yes. So some products like cosmetics are there, that was separate block, and some biscuits, chocolates, this kind of things are separate block. So there will be partitions. Okay, what is the advantage of partition, guys? If I want to maintain like this in my shop, okay, what is the advantage? Yes, the customer when come to my shop, whatever they wanted, so they directly go to that partition and they pick the required products. It's very fastly accessing your data, right? So instead of searching entire the shop, you can go to directly that your target where it is your products are there, you can go and pick up. Okay, like if you see in libraries also, yes or no? In libraries also different types of books are there, but so the categories of books they divided into some racks. Okay, so and so categories of books are going to happen in the rack number 1, rack number 2, rack number 3, like they will be partitions. So partition advantage is what now? Simply and easiest method to access your required information. Yes or no? So same as that kind of the facilities also there in 8.0. And instead of triggers, here we're discussing about triggers. So in this, one of the type is called as what now? Instead of triggers. Like events are there, after event, before event. Along with that, instead of trigger also one of the part of your trigger concept. And what is that? That we will discuss in our classes. And next one, 1998. From the 1998, there are so many, okay, what we can say that the modifications was going to be happened in the database side. So, and especially one of the major the changes was going to be happen in the database in 1998, that was called as Oracle 8i. Okay, so here up to now the 1.0 to 8.0, there is no way to how to integrate it with my multimedia. That kind of facilities are not there from 1.0 to 7.0. But when comes to, sorry, 8.0, when come to 8i, okay, that kind of problem also the people was overcome. So 8i, here I stands for what now? Internet. So in this advantage is what now guys here. So nowadays we need to know that how to upload our image files, audio files, video files. So image, audio, video, these are called as what now? Multimedia operations. So these kind of things, when I want to save in my database, okay, there I can use what now? From 8i onwards, that kind of facilities was introduced by Oracle Corporation. Okay, so that means how to store image file, how to store one audio file, how to store one video files. So these kind of multimedia operations we can go to apply on your database from the version Oracle 8i. So I stands for what now? Internet, multimedia. Okay, and in this, along with that internet applications, they introducing roll up, cube methods, and columns are increasing table up to 1000. So before, we can't go for two limited columns are there to design your table, but that was increased here up to 1000. So present, how many columns I can create in my table? It means that maximum 1 to 1000 columns you can design in your one single table. Okay, so more than 1000 we can't do it in our Oracle especially. And if you go to SQL Server, that was 1024 columns we can define in the table. Okay, but here our limit is what now? 1000 columns. Okay, and what about rows? The row is nothing but what now? Data. So data was unlimited. It's a depend on your hard disk. For example, my hard disk is 1 terabyte. So that means I can store 1 terabyte of data. And that every data is called as a one row. So that means 1 terabytes of rows I can save in my computer, because my hard disk is nothing but my database capacity. Okay, now, right. And later that is what? And later 8i extension was there, 9i. So 8i extension is what now? 9i. In this, they're introducing renaming columns. Okay, so up to now we don't have the chance. Once you have to design your column name in particular way, so that column I cannot change it. Okay, if I want to change that column name, there is only one way. You have to entire the table will be destroyed or else vanish. Then only possible to create new columns. But in this case, what it was happen, it's not necessary for changing of column name purpose. I don't want to delete my entire the table. Yes or no? Instead of doing that, okay, I just go to one particular, which column you want to change, the column name you can change it. So that kind of syntaxes and formulas was introduced in 9i. And along with that, we have what now? ANSI joins. And before 9i, up to there, we have only non-ANSI joins are there. Okay, so ANSI joins are not available up to 8i, but this was introducing here 9i. So here the point is non-ANSI joins, ANSI joins. What is the differences, sir? Okay, and which joins we will be used in our real-time applications. Okay, now, and these kind of variations, advantages, problems, we will discuss our classes. And the next one is one more, the modification was done in 2004. That was Oracle 10G. So here G stands for what now? Grid. So grid is nothing but what now? There is multiple people or multiple systems. They will be integrated or connecting to one centralized database server. The point understand now? So we have only one centralized database server. With this server, there is multiple people can be communicating here. So the kind of grid they can be established here in this Oracle 10G. And in this grid, okay, what they're introducing here, introduce admin side operations. So admin, database administrators. So database administrator related some concepts are introducing, like security levels, how to improve here. In security levels, how to enhance some features. That kind of things are introduced in this admin side operations. And later on, flashback queries. So Flashback query is also one of the very important factor here, because once you drop your table, actually up to 10G or up to before 10G, there is no chance. Once you drop your table, we don't want to recover our tables. But in this flashback query, advantage is what now? Once you drop your table, again we can recovery our table. So that kind of restoring methods is called a flashback. And after that, indicating of classes and regular expressions, these are all the features of Oracle 10G. And after that, next one is 2007. The Oracle 10G extension is called as what now? 11G. So in this version, what they introduced here, read-only tables and virtual tables, integer data type, using sequences, enable and disable triggers. So the triggers how can be enable and how can be disable temporarily. Okay, so that kind of methods was introducing into 11G. And after that, one more major, the modification was done in 2013, that is called what now? 12C. The C stands for here what now? Cloud technologies. And nowadays you are knowing that cloud computing. Okay, so the cloud computing is also very famous, the popular in database side. Okay, now so we can store our information into clouds. The advantage of clouds are what? Means that the less expenditure and more storages. That means, suppose one small example I want to give it. Suppose you have a business, you have one company. Your company turnover, something what we can say, 1 crore, 2 crore turnover is there. In that operations or in that turnover, your company through are you generating some information. So your information, how much it was generated means, for example, daily there is 1 or 500 MB is generated from your business. So my business data, how much generated here? 500 MB for a day. So for 500 MB purpose, is it necessary 1 terabyte of memory I need to purchase? My limit is 500 MB. Okay, but 500 MB purpose, you need to purchase 1 terabyte? No. So how much you wanted? 500 MB space you wanted for your storage of your data. But 500 MB data storage purpose, why are you purchasing 1 terabyte of memory? Is it necessary? Not at all. So how much you wanted, that much you need to purchase. For simple example, for example, one customer is there. The customer need is 1 liter milk. How much you wanted here? 1 liter milk you wanted. So 1 liter milk purpose, the customer will not go to purchase cow now. Are you purchasing cow? No. Why? Because your necessity how much? 1 liter milk. 1 liter milk purpose, are you purchasing cow? Is it a foolishness now? Yes or no? So 1 liter milk, maximum how much guys? 60 rupees. Okay now. So your work is finishing with the 60 rupees. Then why are you spending 50,000 rupees? Is it a good idea or bad idea? It's a bad idea. Okay. So why should I want to waste my money? Okay. So my limit is 60 rupees. If I give it 60 rupees, my work is finished. My need is okay. It's over. But why should I want to purchase cow? For only 1 liter milk purpose, are you purchasing cow means every day you have a 1 liter milk. 1 liter milk means how many cows you are purchasing. Okay. So that is the concept of what now? Cloud computing. So that was majorly that money save and also more data storages. So that's what. And now 12C in the cloud computing. So your Oracle applications are integrated with the clouds. Okay, my application will be integrated with what now? Cloud computing. So in this version, there is some methods or some features like truncate table cascades, multiple indexes how to create on a table structure, and invisible columns. The columns we can't see it, but there are some predefined columns, and sequence sessions. Okay, sequence numbers how to generate it here, and a new auto increment by using identity property. Okay, now so these kind of features which was introducing into 12C, and 12C extension is called as what now? 18C. In 18C, some operations like polymorphic table functions, active directory integrations. Okay, these are the some features which was comes under 18C. 18C extension is what now? 19C. In 19C, what kind of features was introducing by Oracle Corporation people? Here, active data, GERT, DML redirections, okay, and automatic index creations on table, and SQL queries on object storages. There is no industry is using in their applications. Okay, now, right. And up to 19C here we have it here. So these are the what are the futures we discuss in this, that every future as per concept basis we will covering in our classes. Understand now? So yesterday one point I said, if any new version is coming means existing futures are carry forward and new futures are added. So total existing futures, new futures, both combination, we are learning our versions. Clear now? Right. So these are the differences. If anybody asks you, when you go to interviews levels, what is the differences between 10G and 11G? You have to tell them. These are the differences point. If anybody asks you, what is the differences between 11G and 12C? So these are what? 11G is a grid technology basis working. It is a cloud basis working. So these are some futures. If anybody asks you, what is the differences between 12C and 19C? So you have to tell them. So these are the futures which was there in 12C, and these are the futures which was introduced under 19C. Okay. So this kind of information is very important, guys, here, because in which version, what kind of futures are introduced, why this version is came, what is the speciality in this version. So this is very important to know it. So still some people I observed, as per my 10+ of experience, some students are learning subject, but when they ask why this latest version is came, so no one can respond. Okay, whatever you're learning, your latest version, what kind of features are there when you compare it to old version? So this kind of comparisons, nobody can focus it, but you should focus it. Then only you can understand that what is the differences between old version and new versions. Understand now? Right. So this is, I think so, in the last session, it was happening, guys, here. Okay. And now we started the most important topic, guys, here, working with what now? Oracle. So let me come out. So now the next very important topic, what we said here. So working with Oracle. Okay, right. So guys, here observe. For example, you just imagine. So we have a software, okay, and that software we installed in our computer. Just imagine, once you installing your Oracle software in your computers or laptops or whatever it is, okay, then internally what it was going to be happen. And the people are asking, sir, how the data can be processed, how the data can be stored, how we can send the data. When we are sending the data, where it will go first of all? Is it directly going to database memory, or else we have any other memory was there? And first of all, your data will go to other memory to database memory, or else a direct memory. So this kind of information is also very, very important, guys. So that's why this part is very important. If you understand this concept, then almost what it was going to happen in the Oracle, you can understand. If here it is not understand, you can't understand what it was happening in the Oracle. Okay, let me see. So suppose we have a software and we installed. Whenever we install our software, guys, here, there is two things will be happening in your system. Okay, the first thing is, once you installed here, internally, there are two components are installed by your system along with your software. So these two components, we don't want to specially install. Okay, when we install your Oracle software, automatically these two components are inbuilt in your software, and that was automatically installed in my system. So that was we called as the first thing is what now we called as your client component. Okay, that was we called as a client component, and second one is called as what we said, server component. Server component. So these are the two components which was installed, okay, in your system after successfully installing your software. Okay, now that's what. And here let me see what is client and what is server. What is client and what is server. Otherwise, here I will give some statement also. Okay, right down below. So once we install Oracle software internally, system is, or internally, there are two components. There are two components. Or installed. There are two components are installed in the system. Okay, in the system. Those are first one, client and server. So once we install Oracle software internally, there are two components are installed in the system. So one is a client component and one is we called as server component. Okay, now that's what. And now the what is client component role and responsibility? Okay, what this client component will do it means that here observe. So client component, guys, here the main intention and what purpose this client component will be work internally means. So there are three operations we can perform with your client component. The first thing is what now? How to connecting to your Oracle server, because before you want to interacting with the databases, first we need to log in. Simple I can say. Otherwise, connected to your Oracle server. So connectivity purpose. Second one, after successfully you connected to your Oracle, then we need to send our request. Okay, so user sending some request, and whatever the user send the request to my Oracle server, the server will take your request and processing. After processing, it will send it to response. So connectivity, sending requests and getting responses. These are the three activities we can do it by the help of what? Client component. So client component, what it will do, guys, here, there are three operations will be performed. Okay, the first one, step one, what it will do, we are going to be connecting to Oracle database server is the first one. And the step number two, okay, after that, what we want to say, we can, that means user can send. So user can send a request to, okay, database server. And third one is step number three. So user can get response from Oracle server. Okay, now, right. So now these are the three operations we can do, guys, here with the help of what now? Client component. So first, connectivity purpose I'm using. Second, I'm using to sending request to my database server. And the third one we are using, guys, here. User can get response from the Oracle server. Okay, so these are the client component role and responsibility. And the next one is called as here, what kind of client tools are available in our market, and which kind of client tools are the people are using in the market means. So there are few client tools are there, guys, here. So examples of client tool, what is that? SQL plus was one. Okay, and we have here Thoda is a one, and SQL developer. Okay, so SQL developer is a one more. Okay, and we have one more thing that is called as PL SQl developer. So these are what now, guys, here client tools. So when you want to use any one of the client tool for connecting to Oracle, sending requests and getting responses. So these three operations, when you want to perform here over databases, then we should require some client components, and this is called as what? Client component tools we called. Okay, and I already said to you, so in our classes, which tool we are using, guys? SQL plus tool. And why, sir? Why are you using SQL plus tool? Suppose somebody is asking, why not Thoda? Why not SQL developer? Means Thoda, SQL developer, PL SQl developers, these are what now? GUI facilities. That's called as a graphical user interface facilities. So that means It's very easy to drag and drop your table structures, okay, your rows and columns. We can go to easily designing. So in that cases, what it was happen, your coding levels will be not improved. Okay. So when I'm going to teach you, okay, or train you based on SQL plus means what it was advantage to you guys, not myself, to you guys, what is advantage means you can improve your coding levels. It means that SQL plus is completely CUI. What is the stand of CUI? Character user interfaces. So that means each and everything, whatever I just go to do it or perform, that should be performed by using of some query, some writing of some coding levels. Okay. So when you want to do every operation by query, by coding, then it was very advantage to you guys, because when you go to interview levels also, they're going to asking coding levels. Okay. So if you are depending on graphical, then you don't know how to write a coding part. So that's why don't prepare and don't go for GUI initially as a fresher, and when especially you are trying to jobs. You're trying to jobs, so don't go for GUI. You just go for what now? CUI. Okay. And GUI automatically, when you enter into the companies, automatically will be learn it. So that is not a big task for you. It's very easy to you to knowing graphical users. Okay, no? But coding levels are very important. And of course, SQL Plus is also called as, it is one of the toughest tool in database, in especially Oracle database. Is why the people called it is a toughest tool means everything you should do it with query and coding. There is no other chance to us to, without writing query, I can design table. It's not possible. Okay, now. So that's why I'm prefer that. Okay, because of reason, I will show you each and everything in the coding part and coding levels only. Okay. And practicing levels also, this is very better for you. Maybe initially you feel like this, it was very tough, but when you practice, it was very easy for you. Okay, now, right? So, but any one tool in industry, most of the people in industry, these are the tools they are using. Okay. These are the 4 tools are there. Any company, if they want to work on Oracle, out of these 4, they want to choose any one as their wish. Okay. Here I can't say that you should use a Thoda, you should use a SQL developer. I can't give a restrictions to the people. As their wish, they can develop the application by using of any client component. But your client component is what? Just for supporting, for development of your application. That's it. Okay. For example, in Java. So can you write your coding levels in Edit Plus, Eclipse, My Eclipse? Why, sir? Why these 3 editors? If you use any one editor is enough now. Yes or no? But why are you the people was introducing the 3 editors? All are editors, sir? Yes or no? All are editors? Yes. So all are using for to writing and developing our applications, coding levels? Yes. But why means we can't say why. Yes or no? So you have to use any one, okay, editor for developing of your coding levels. So here also any editor you can use, like it is a editors. You can use any editor for writing of your Oracle SQL queries, writing of your Oracle PL SQl programs. Okay. But there is no difference in this. Just only editors are different, but writing code, execution process, everything will be same. Okay. Right. So here I'm using what now? SQL Plus, and this software also I'm giving to you, and I'm showing how to install this SQL Plus in our laptops. Okay, now, right? This is client, and the next component is what now, guys? Here, server component. Server component. In this component, again, we have 2 more components are there. Okay, so it contains. Huh? Sorry, yaar, I'm not getting your what? Tell me. What is the working of server component? Just we started, yaar. वही मैं बोल रहा हूँ यार अभी. तो chance दे दो मेरे को, हाँ, बोलने के लिए. We are not discussing server component. Just now started. Okay, right. So now, right. So server component. So server component, what it is here, observe. Server component, it contains, okay, it contains two more subcomponents, guys. Two more subcomponents. Okay, now, and those are the most important things here. Carefully observe. First one we called as instance is a one subcomponent, and the second one we called as what now? Database. Okay, so these are the two things when come under server component, instance and database. Now let me see what is instance and how it will be useful for us, and what we can do it by the help of instance, and what is database and how it will be used it. Okay, and instance and database, in between these two things, how these two memories, how these two subcomponents to integrate it to each other, to making or transferring of your data. Okay, now, right. The first of all, let me see what is what. The first thing is instance. We said instance subcomponent is called as, it is a temporary memory we call, guys. Okay, so what I said, it is a temporary memory. It is a temporary memory. Okay, so why, sir, it is a temporary memory? Means that this component memory allocating by the system from your RAM. Okay, so what I said, this component memory is allocating by the system. Okay, by the system, allocating by the system from, what is that I said, RAM. And we, all of you know this, guys. Here in your computer, when you want to, along with your operating system and everything, we should use a hard disk and a RAM also. Yes or no? You have it or not? RAM and ROM. Yes or no? Yes. So here RAM is nothing but, this is called as a temporary storages. So RAM memory, why should we want to use in our, okay, what we can say, computers and laptops, means it will be storing your, temporarily store your data or your operational data. Okay, for example, are you creating one object in your Java? Okay, now, so object name, some new class keyword, something we are using, so object is created. When you created object in your class program in Java, .NET, Python, maybe objects created a Python. So in Java, .NET, and maybe Python. So when you create one object for a class, okay, now what it was happen, guys? When you created an object, what it was happen? For that object purpose, it was allocating some memory. So can you tell me, guys, here, that memory, whatever it was allocating to that object which you created for your class in the application, that object memory, from where it is allocated? Is it allocated from your hard disk, or else it was allocated from your RAM? RAM. So that is the reason what it was happening. You can see when you want to executing your program, and we are inputting some values. Based on that input value, whatever your logic is written, based on that logic, the values will be processed and giving some output. So that output, how it was come to you? Through your object. So that output is storing under object memory, and from there it will be displaying on the screen. But tell me that whatever the output is came to us, is it permanently having or just temporarily showing? Temporarily showing. Again, if we want it output, what we want to do again? Again, we need to compile and execute our program. Yes or no? So for every execution, that output will be shown. But once a successfully executed and result will come to you, it means that your program successfully execution is over and the output is showing to you. Again, the same output I want, it means again what I want to do? Again, re-execute. That means whatever the object is releasing your output, that is not a permanent output. That is what? Temporary results. And that results are coming from where it is? RAM memories. Okay, now, so here also, instance was what it is here, guys. It is a temporary memory. And this temporary memory, why should we call it is a temporary? Means that this component memory allocating from your RAM. So that means when user is going to be performing any operation, when insert, update, delete, this kind of operationals we can perform over your databases. So first of all, your data, where it will go to here, instance memories. That how it is, I will explain along with the diagram. Don't worry. So this is instance, okay, and temporary we called. And in this instance memory, whatever you want to store it, that is which type of storage, guys, here? Temporary storage. Data can be stored which manner? Temporary manner. Okay, na? Data can be stored temporary. And the next one. So now we can observe. So data you want it to store temporarily or permanently, guys? Which you want it? Permanent storage is I want it. So whenever you want to store permanently, then where I want to store my data? Under database system. So that's why this database component is called as, it is a permanent memory, guys, here. It is a permanent memory. It's a permanent memory. Why? Because shortcut I'm writing. Okay. Allocating from where it is? Hard disk. Allocating from hard disk. And in this, data can be stored permanently. Data can be stored into permanently. Okay, now? Right. Okay, fine. And the next one is called as here observe. So these are instance and database two components here. Fine. And these two components internally, how it will be maintained by your server. Okay, your server, because these are the two subcomponents of which component here? Server component. So in server, these two components, how your Oracle will be maintained. Okay, let me see a small diagram. Okay, observe carefully. So this is my client server architecture also, I can say. Okay, let me see. So guys, here observe carefully. This is your client component as well as server component here. Is it okay for you now? So client and server components. So 1 second. Yes. So come out and check. So he is the user. Okay. User means we are the persons. So this user, when he want to work on your database, that means Oracle database server, when you want to work on, so this user cannot directly work on your server. He can't directly work on it. So how you want to work on means with the help of some client tools are there. With the help of some client tools are there. Let me see now. So we can't directly work. So whenever you want to work on Oracle, compulsory we should require some client tools. And these client tools, how to get it means once you want to install. If you install this component, automatically we will get. And in this, I said some SQL plus Thoda developer, PL SQl developer, SQL navigator, etc. Suppose I'm using one of the client tool. I was installed my data, my system. That was what now? SQL plus. So I was successfully installed my client component. Okay, that means software, and the software through I got it my client component. This client component through, what I want to do, my first step here, the step number 1, what I said, guys, here. Come on, guys. So we want to do here connectivity first step. My first step is what now? Connect. So are you connecting to whom? To server, Oracle database server. This is your first step with my help of client tool, I can do it. So once you successfully connected, okay, and this connectivity level, how are you connected means here we have some username and passwords. So it was asking, so username, I'm shortcutly writing, so username some xxx, and we have some password, okay, and some xxx. So I was entered my username and my password. So after enter these things and with the help of these user credentials, I was going to connecting to my Oracle. So that was successfully happened. After successfully connected to your Oracle database server, what next I have to do means I'm going to doing here. The next one is what now? To send my request. That is called as a second one. So request I'm sending here. The second part is what now? Sending my request. So what is request, sir? A request is nothing but, don't think that what is what. Request is nothing but our queries. Okay, because of reason in database, whenever you want to send any request to your Oracle's database server, the request in the format of query format. So every query is called as a one request, like inserting one request, updating one request, deleting one request, selecting one request, creating one request, altering one request. So every command, what we are using here, that every query is called as a one request. So that means user can send the request in the form of query. Understand my point? So now, okay, suppose one of the requests I'm sending, guys, my request is what now? Insert request. Insert into, I'm going to sending some data, for example, 1 comma Smith. I'm going to send it. So you carefully observe, whenever user inserting the data into your databases, okay, what it was happen in our Oracle means, first of all, this data where it will go, it means that first the data will go to instance memory. Understand now? So instance memory means RAM location. Every newly inserted data in your Oracle, I'm telling, not in SQL Server, not in MySQL. Okay. So in Oracle, what it was happen, especially every newly inserted data will go to first instance memory. Okay. So that means the data going to instance memory, and here it will be saved. Okay. So here it will be saved like this. So 1 comma, what is the name here? Smith. And here I will take 1 comma Smith. Okay, so my newly inserted data is going to first RAM. Okay, fine. But what we said, the RAM instance is which type of storage? Temporary storage. Why? Because this component memory allocating from where it is? RAM. Okay, now. So now the data where it is now? In RAM memory. Okay, so what I'm going to do exactly at this point of time? Okay, so now I'm going to disconnecting from my Oracle database server. For example, are you disconnected now? Okay, are you disconnected? Because here already, first of all, I connected. Yes or no? I connected. I inserted some data. But inserted data, first it will go to instance memory. Instance is nothing but temporary storage memory. And exactly when your data was there in the instance memory, at that point of time, user is going to do disconnect. So now he was log out from your Oracle server. Okay, so once he log out from your Oracle server, then tell me, guys, here, your data will be there in this or data destroyed? Data destroyed or vanished. Yes or no? So why, sir, it is destroyed means this is which type of storage? Temporary storage. Okay, now, so that's why this data is also destroyed. Data never there in your RAM. When you are disconnecting from your Oracle application. Okay, now, so this is what it was happened. But what we wanted here, I want to store my data permanently. That is my target. Okay, so my target is what now? Data is not in temporary, data in permanent storage. That is my target. So in that cases, what it was happen, you can see. Suppose, for example, okay, so now the data I inserted, the inserted data will go to instance memory. That's fine. Now what I want to do, this instance memory data, I need to move it. Where I want to move it? In databases. I want to move. So instance to database component. So, but how I can move it, sir? Means here one command we are using, guys, here. The command is called as what now? Commit. Which command I want to use? Commit command. So whenever user is going to be using commit, then what it was happening, immediately this data will be transferred or move into your database memory. So now the data where it is now? Tell me. Now the data 1 comma Smith is where it is now? In your database, and here the data is not there. Successfully the data is going to be moving into databases. So once it was moving under database component, and this is which type of storage? Permanent storage, because of reason this memory allocating from hard disk. Okay, now, but the point is how the data can be transferred from your RAM location to hard disk memory means which command I'm using? Commit command compulsory we should use. So in Oracle, when you want to insert your data, data is never stored permanently. Okay, now initially it doesn't go permanent, it is temporary. So that is the reason every inserting after you should do it a commit. Then only data should be permanent storage. If you are not committed, then it is called a temporary storage. Okay, for example, let me see practically. I will show you this one. So now I'm going to using ICO, the practical C, SQL Plus I'm going to open now. This is my 19C. Okay, so the version I'm using release 19.0 and this is 2019. Okay, Oracle all permissions here. And now here observe. So initially, observe guys here, I will connecting with this system and my password is some tiger is my password. So I connected here to which version we connected guys here, Oracle database 19C and here enterprise edition. What is enterprise edition? I will discuss with you in coming classes. Okay, now, so just connected. This is first thing, connected. Next, what I said, sending request. Third one, what I said, getting response. Okay, let me see, connected. After connected, here I will created one user. So for example, so these are all I will teach you, don't worry. But just your example purpose, I'm creating one small user. The user is created and username is U1. Password also I was taken U1. Okay. Then after, so I will give some granting permissions I'm taking from the administrators. So the permission will be which permission here? Connecting permission to whom? To user 1. Okay. Along with the granting permission connectivity, I will take to create one more permission. Which permission? Create table permissions. And later I will take to use unlimited table space, unlimited table space to U1. So what is create a table? What is unlimited table space? That also I will discuss in our classes. Don't worry. Okay. So one small user I created and taking some connectivity, creating table, unlimited table space permissions. Okay. Now, and after that, this user is connected. Username is U1 and password is U1. Okay, now successfully U1 is connected. After connected guys here, he will be created one small table. Careful observe. The table number T1 and I'm passing your serial number and some name. So varchar of 2 of some size and 2 executed now. The table created. After table created, careful observe. So now if I just call it my table by using of select a statement. Okay, so don't worry. I will teach you these all the things, but here only your concept understanding purpose I'm taking. Okay, now don't confuse. Okay, so T1, but in my T1 table, do you have any rows? No rows. A row is nothing but data. Simply remember, if you say row means it should be data. Okay, so no rows means no data in my table, right? Fine. So now what happened? I'm going to inserting here. So insert into T1 request. I'm sending values serial number 1021 and the name is what now? Smith. Okay, so I'm inserting now. Carefully observe. Now, whenever I inserted this data first where it will go, I said instance memory. Can you see? So now row is created and this data where it will be if I want to call my T1, okay, where it will be means the data, whatever it was showing, guys, this is showing from RAM memory. Okay, now? Yes. So it's showing from RAM memory. That's fine. And now what I want to do, I just go and close my Oracle application. Now I'm directly closing. I just close it. Okay. So I closed. After closing your Oracle application, that means you disconnected from your Oracle. After disconnected, again, you just come out and to open this one and go it here and observe. So what is your username? U1. U1. What is your password? U1. So I entered now. So I successfully connected now? Yes. After connected, already the table we designed, the table name is what? T1. But what it was happening, you can see your data was there or not there. Check it out. What's happened? The data is not there. Why, sir? So that means we are not committed. We are not committed. So here I said, so when you inserting your data, okay, inserting data, where it will go first? Instance memory. Yes or no? So when my data was there in the instance memory, there itself I was disconnected. There itself I was disconnected. So that's why this RAM memory also nothing showing in this. So practically proved now. What do you say? Every newly inserted data is a temporary storage or permanent storage? Temporary storage in our Oracle. It's one of the interview question. Okay, now? Right. So now what it was happened? Sir, I don't want it like this. I want to store what? Permanent storage. Then what we want to do, sir? So permanent storage means what I said, I need to use a committer. Let me come out and see. Let me come out. So I was successfully connected to my Oracle with my username U1 by U1 password. And now table already there. In table, there is no data. And again, I'm inserting now. So insert into T1, sending values, suppose 1021, the name is Alan. Okay. So now I'm inserting this one. So yes, I inserted. Where it will go first? Instance. Still it is instance. Yes or no? Now I'm doing what? Committed. What's happened now? Instance memory moving into database memory. Okay, now? So committed, done. Now what I'm going to do, I just close my application. Again, I close. After closing this application, again, you come back here, okay, and to open your Oracle, okay, and again, I want to connect here. So U1 by U1 and connected. So after connected, again, you have to read your data. Read means retrieval. So from your T1 table. Okay, what's happened? The data is there or not there? There. Now we can see data there. Okay, so this is what instance memory, database memory differences. So that means first every data will go to instance. From there, you have to store into databases. Okay, and this is what we called as a, okay, the instance and database working nature. But here the question is, so why this instance memory will maintain, sir, means the advantage is what now? This instance memory maintain, what is the advantage means? It's a user making of decisions. For example, I inserted data, right? After inserted data, I feel like this data I don't want to store permanently. Then what I want to do, I'm not committed. Yes or no? I'm not committed means I just work my data, but still the data was where it is, RAM memory. In the RAM location only, my works are doing that. But the data I don't want it, again, the data I want to remove. So in that cases, instance memory location we are utilizing. For example, are you going to ATM mission? Okay, now you're inserting some, you need to withdraw some money. Okay, so whenever you want to withdraw some money from your ATM mission, can you directly withdraw money or else we need to do some process? Some process is there. What is the process? Insert ATM card, select your language, select your banking option, click on withdraw option. Okay, enter your amount, saving or current account you choose. Finally, you want to enter PIN number. After enter PIN number, but still we have a last one option will come. That option is called as a yes or no. The yes or no, it is called as a decision making operation. That means that was decided that your transaction will be success or cancel. Okay, now suppose you did all these operations and finally you can came yes or no. Yes or no is there. Suppose in that case, I feel like this, I don't want it money. Then what I want to choose? No. So I did this all operations, but finally what I decided, I don't want it money now, I want to take money tomorrow. Then I have a chance to cancel my transaction? Yes. So which I want to choose? No. When you choose no means what now? Are you disconnecting? But are you disconnecting means whatever the operations you did, that operations are where it is here? Yes. In where it is? In instance memory. That's why your operations result will be here. Your operation result will be here. Or it will be waiting to move into where? Permanent. So that is called a yes button. Yes button means what I said? Commitment. Yes means what now? Commitment. So when you commitment, the data transaction result will go to permanent storage. And from here, result will be, money will be come to you. Yes or no? But here it will be your transactional data where it is your instance memory. Yes or no? Yes. So here itself, I choose what? No option. No means what now? Disconnecting from ATM. That means whatever the transactional result will there here, that is also cancel. Suppose this is instance memory advantage. Suppose guys, just think about, suppose you created one ATM application. In that ATM application, you was not given option to the customers, no option. You are directly given which option? Yes option. So you have only yes option. There is no option. Then what happened? Suppose are you going to withdraw money? You are doing some operations one by one. Okay. And finally, which option is there? Yes option only there. But at this moment, suppose you are thinking that I don't want it money. What I want to do? There is no cancel now. Huh? My point, understand all of you? There is a no option. We have only yes option. What I want to do? Where? How I can destroy it here? There is a no cancel option. So here what it was happen? The choice is given to customer or not? We are giving any choice to the customer? No. Immediately the customer will be shouting, idiot, stupid, who developed this application, brainless fellow. He was not given any choice to the customer. How I want to use this application? Yes or no? He was shouting on IT people. IT people means we are the people because we developed that application, right? So customers are shouting. That's why guys, one thing I want to tell you. If any app, generally apps we are using, sometimes we forgot it here, we are the IT person. We forgot it, we are the IT person, we are shouting. Who developed this fellow, this fellow, this fellow? But you know that this fellow is you only, because you are also part of IT industry. Yes or no? But we are shouting, this website is best, worst website. We are shouting like this. But you just recall, Are, yeah, I'm also a software engineer. Na? So that means this belongs to me. Na? So that means myself, I'm going to shouting on me. Yes or no? So that's why in online through, if anything has happened, you practically think something is going to happen in technical problem. But don't shout like a non-IT person. Okay, if you're shouting non-IT person means, it means that you yourself, you are shouting on you. Yes or no? So, but sometimes our brain is not working, right? We forgot it, all the things. I'm just a customer. We are thinking in the point of view, customer. Yes or no? But that application developed by our IT people only. Yes or no? That's why if somebody is shouting like this, if you are the IT person standing here and beside one non-IT person is there, he was shouting, stupid application, waste application, shouting. How you feel? Sir, don't call me like this, sir. Please, sir. So say like that. Why? He was asking, why? What is your problem? Sir, I'm also IT person. So please. So don't shout in front of me. Okay. So a little bit pain. You are IT person. Come beta, come. This application developed you. Your IT people. What is this application? They was catch it. Okay. Catch to us and they will shout and directly on us. Yes or no? So positive is there, Negative also there. Okay, but anyway, okay, fine. Okay, so that is what? Yes. Suppose you have a yes in your ATM mission. What it was happen? We are not giving any alternative choice to customer. That means once that fellow is inserting ATM card, then you should be take money. There is no other chance to you. If you are developing that kind of applications, can you tell me, guys, will you accept? Anybody accepted? No. So because every application when we develop, in which basis we are developing? Customers basis, users basis. That means we need to give decision making operation, the choice we need to give to customer. That's why you can see any application, yes is there, no is there, submit is there, cancel is there. So one positive is there, one negative is there. If you develop that application like that, then that application can use anybody, and they will very happy for that, whatever the facility you was given in the website. Yes or no? So here also same thing, guys. So instance memory advantage is what now? Temporarily, whatever you are going to do operations, those operations are storing under temporary memories. And unless the user is not committed, your operations will be there itself only. If you committed, then only the data will come to database and there permanently saved. Okay, so yes button, if I click on yes button, what happened? Your transaction successfully completed. Money will be released here. How much money released, at what time, at what date? Okay, you did that information permanently save under database memory. Okay, now that's why you can see any application, yes button is there, no button is there. So that means you think just as a database programmer, yes means permanent, commitment, no means temporary, instance memory. Okay, now so this is the concept of your instance and database advantage. Okay, so now, so how we can save the data here still? So suppose my data was there in this 1 comma some ln I was given. Okay, now again this data, if I want to read from which location? Database memory location. How I can read means here also we are using one command. Which command? Select. Can you see the select command, whatever I used here that I showed now? Yes or no? Can you see? Whenever you want to read the data from your database, which command is using? Select command. Reading purpose, retrieval purpose, viewing purpose. Okay, now? So it's a reading operation. We can use it. So these are the things, guys, here. So whatever the reading data or whatever the result will be showing, that is you are called as a response from the server, and thus response will go to client application, and the client can understand that, okay, my request is successfully done or else not done. So yes or no, the response is coming from server. Okay, now, right. So this is client and server architecture in our Oracle. So now the two components clear now? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So this is theoretically and practically I'm showing that, but in depthly what it was happen, we have a concept on this. Okay, there again I will show you with the query programming through how it was going to be happen. Okay, now, right, guys. So and here I stop it my class. Okay, and this is a session of your Oracle. Okay, so up to client server architecture we finished here. Okay, so now after that, okay, tomorrow I will show you guys here how to download your Oracle 19C software from the websites, and later how to install. Okay, suppose you have a laptops, for example, personally you have a laptops, you can bring it, no problem, and whatever I'm showing installation process, you can directly do it in the classroom. Okay, if you have that facility, you can bring your laptops. Otherwise, first I'm showing all the things, and this recording video I will give to you, and watch that video and install your software at your home or room, whatever it is. At the time of installation, if you are getting any problem, you just bring into classroom. Okay, for your offline people, and online people purpose, after installation time, if you get it online, guys, if any problem is there here, okay, you just take screenshot, the installation screenshot, you can take it and put into your chat box. Okay, I will see the screenshot, and based on that, I will respond to you, online people, at the time of installation if you get any problem. Okay, now? So take the screenshot, what is your error and problem, and put into chat box in the next day class. I will check that was and giving response to you. Okay, now? Online students, clear? Okay. So tomorrow, so I will go for give it what now? Downloading and as well as installation process, and don't miss it and come to here, because everyone should know how to install 19C, guys, because so many people, even though some directly they want to try to install, but some problems are coming to you. So that's why come and check properly what it was, what kind of operations are we are doing here, and later you can install. Okay, now? Right. So I stop it and we'll continue in tomorrow's session. Okay, now? Right, guys. And yes, of course, having doubts, come here and ask offline classes. And who are having doubts, online students, stay 10 minutes. You have to stay there. Okay, online students, stay 10 minutes. Okay, I will come back. Okay, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Friday demo classes are there. Friday and Saturday. And come and attend. Okay, and these classes will be regular and come to on Friday. PLS के ऊपर टॉपिक्स होता है, नर्सेस नर्सेस फंक्शंस ट्रिगर्स एक्टिविटीज एक्सेप्शन ఇది కన్ఫర్మేషన్ అవన్నీ అవి రన్ అవుతున్నాయి ఆఫీస్ సెంటర్ డేటాబేసెస్ So we can't expect more because ఇంకా 1 hour ఎవరు క్రియేటివ్ ఒకవేళ ఏమంటారంటే యూ కెన్ గో టు R&D అంటారు, రీసెర్చ్ అండ్ డెవలప్మెంట్ అంటారు. అది ఇచ్చారనుకోండి ఇంకా మనకి ప్రాబ్లమ్స్. ఎనీవే దట్ ఆల్ ఆర్ ఓకే. डेटाबेस से वो डाटा डिलीट कर सकते हैं या डिलीट कर सकते हैं. अगर मेरे टेबल में 5 डाटा है, मुझे एक डाटा नहीं चाहिए तो हमारे टेबल से डिलीट कर सकते हैं. वो डिलीट कमांड यूज करते हैं वहां पर. सो कमांड के थ्रू आप डेटा को डिलीट कर सकते हैं. बट कैसे करेंगे वो पूरा आपको नेक्स्ट क्लास में आ जाएगा. ओके, राइट. I had missed previous classes. Missed previous classes. Okay, so you joined today. Yeah. Don't worry, the previous classes, backup classes I will give it Friday and Saturday. This week Friday and Saturday. So those 2 days come to class and attend. That will be covered. Friday and Saturday is no classes for regular students. Yeah. That I will tell you. I will manage that 1 hour like I will manage. Okay, that inform I will give to before 1 day. Okay, sir, if there are no classes available on YouTube. YouTube not there. Demo class videos are my people are sharing. Okay. So even though that video, demo class videos, if you watch it, you can understand. Yeah, yeah. Because still we are introduction part only going on. So this is second part, the second class of Oracle introduction part. So practicals are not started. Maybe practicals maybe tomorrow after installation. I think batches started from 11th. Started 11th, but after that there are 3 days some leave is there. Okay. Okay. Personally, I went to outside for 3 days leave, and your regular classes started actually last week. But those classes again I repeated this class. So that's why it is the second class of. Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir. Software installation is as a session కట్టింది 11 సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ ఇదేనా ఏం కాదంటే అయితే క్లయింట్ సర్వర్ నుంచి నన్ను మామూలుగా వెబ్లో సర్వ్ చేశాను సార్. అయితే
క్లయింట్ అనగానే వాళ్ళు సిస్టమ్స్ ని క్లయింట్ చేసేసి డేటాబేస్ ని కనెక్ట్ చేయడానికి మధ్యలో సర్వర్ ఉపయోగిస్తున్నారు.
సర్వర్ క్లయింట్ టు క్లయింట్.
ఎస్ సార్.
ఇది మన సర్వర్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసిన సర్వర్ ఒకటి వస్తుంది చెప్పాను కదా, అది మన సిస్టమ్ సర్వర్. దానికి మనం కనెక్ట్ అవుతాం. ఎలా కనెక్ట్ అవుతుంది అంటే సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఇస్ నాట్ బట్ ఓకే. ఒక క్లయింట్ అప్లికేషన్ క్లయింట్ మిషన్ ఏంటి సిస్టమ్ వీడు ఇక్కడ ఉన్న ఒరాకిల్ అనే డేటాబేస్ సర్వర్తో కనెక్ట్ అవ్వాలి. సో వీడు ఇక్కడ ఏం యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాడు, DBMS అనే ఒక సాఫ్ట్వేర్ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాడు. ఈ DBMS అనే సాఫ్ట్వేర్తో మీరు కనెక్ట్ అవుతుంది. ఈ DBMS సాఫ్ట్వేర్లో వన్ ఆఫ్ ది సాఫ్ట్వేర్ మనం ఏం యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాము, RDBMS. సో ఈ RDBMS లో మనం వన్ ఆఫ్ ది ప్రొడక్ట్ ఏం యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాము, ఇది సిస్టమ్ అనేవాడు క్లయింట్. ఈ క్లయింట్ అనేవాడు ఈ సర్వర్తో కమ్యూనికేట్ అవ్వాలంటే మనకు ఒక DBMS సాఫ్ట్వేర్ కావాలి. అయితే DBMS లో మనకి ఏమి చెప్పాను, డిఫరెంట్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్స్ సో అందులో మనం ఏది అవుట్డేటెడ్. సో ఇప్పుడు ప్రజెంట్ ఇది రెండింగ్ చేస్తాం. ఇందులో మనకి ఏంటి DBMS సాఫ్ట్వేర్ లో క్లయింట్ అనేవాడు దీంతో తీసుకో ప్రాజెక్ట్ తీసుకో. Yeah, guys, online students. Guys, I'm audible. Online students, I'm audible, guys. Online students, I'm audible. Okay. Send your doubts, guys, here one by one. The first I will give chat box, okay, and after that I will give to mic option also. Yeah, chat box people, whatever you have a doubt, fast you can send your request. Admin number Maruti, just wait here. These people are still not fixed for admin, not fixed for this batch admin. Okay, maybe we will get it that number also. Okay. Next, previous classes notes and YouTube link. Yeah, BRock Ash. Okay. Yes, definitely the previous class notes up to year, what it was happened up to today, the complete notes and some recording videos also we will be sent to you, but that also sending through Google Classroom. Okay na? So Nagbabu unnada? Nagbabu oksaరి పిలు. Okay na? BRock. Yes, Ravish, don't worry. If you install 21C successfully, you can use it and work on that, no problem. Yeah, Google Classroom was not created here as of now. Okay na? So Naresh IT management people are not created Google Classroom. Once they created, I will share that link to everyone. Okay na? Right. So Apurva Nayak, PL SQl we are covering in this session, but if you want to learn data warehouses, Snowflake, those are the separate courses, Nayak. So you need to join into separate courses for data warehouse and Snowflake. Okay, but PL SQl we are covering in this session. Nagababu. So Maruti, admin number, I will give it tomorrow, guys, here to all of you. Admin details tomorrow I will give to you. Okay, right. Yes, Ravis, this class is also for full stack Java developer. Yeah, they can happily come out and join here. Yeah, Kabir, which version you installed? So that you mentioned, I will understand that. SQL Plus, which version you installed? 10G, 11G, or 12C? What is that? Maruti, admin number tomorrow I will give it. Okay, right. Ali, if you want to join direct sessions, offline classes, you can come to Hyderabad here. Ali, so online classes already started. Okay, right. Definitely Apurva Nayak. It's a definitely for your Oracle examination purpose. So much subject, that means maximum subject we covered for your Oracle exam. Okay, na? Nayak. So Kishore Babu, that portal number to Python application to Oracle, you can ask your Python, who is this faculty or trainer. Okay, they will show you how to connecting to Python to your Oracle. Is it possible or not? If it is possible, how to connect it? That Python faculty, you can ask them. Okay, they will show you, Kishore. Okay, now, right. Definitely, Akhil. This is very, very help to DBA people also. So database admin side, Oracle database admin side, if you planning to go that side, so Oracle is very important for you. Not directly, because every request first it will go to Srikanth. In Oracle, the architecture will be designed by Oracle Corporation people. For every request will come to instance. That example I was given, ATM mission. So ATM mission, we have a yes button, no button. No means your entire transaction will be cancelled. Yes means your entire transaction will be committed. Committed means permanent. Cancel means no permanent. Okay, na? So based on that formula, your architecture was designed by people. Okay, Srikanth? Right. So Teza, you installed Oracle application Express Edition, don't install. Okay, on that basis, I will give some information tomorrow class, Teja. Okay, na? So Express Edition, Enterprise Edition, differences tomorrow I will explain in the classroom. Okay, right. Akhil, performance tunings, yes, definitely. So not only performance tuning. Performance tuning is a part of Oracle with the different types of concepts that we are implementing in the performance tuning. Okay, like views are there to improve your performance of database. Indexes are there. Stored procedures are there. So these are all are the part of performance tuning. Okay, na? Right. The project, if you want it, Parida, okay, you can come out to meet Naresh Shetty people. So tomorrow I will give admin number. So you just contact to them and they will tell you the information about the projects. Okay, na? Right. Sravesh, 21 Express Edition, don't use it yet. 21 Enterprise Edition, you can use it. Okay, na? Okay. So guys here, the next, okay, the people. So tomorrow, again, I will interact with you, online students. Okay, I stop it here. So tomorrow, again, I will interact with you. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. And we will meet on tomorrow.